You say what I say.
You say what I say.
No, you say what I say.
No, you say what I say.
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 Wow, you're very good at that today. Inchworm.
Inchworm.
Umbrella.
Umbrella.
Elephant.
Elephant.
Apple.
Apple.
Ostrich.
Ostrich.
Class, stand, and we're going to sing I, I, ah. I know my vowels and so do you. You may be seated. I'm going to point to a vowel and you tell me the sound 3 times. How many times? 3 times. Oh, I think we can do better. Good. Oh, I tricked you. You thought I was just going to go down, but I skipped. Oh, you have to watch. We're going to start over. I'm going to skip around. You have to follow our pointer. Oh, I heard an that time. Stand. A-E-I-O-U-R vowels. A-E-I-O-U-R vowels. A-E-I-O-U-R vowels. A-E-I-O-U-R vowels. All the rest are consonants. Please be seated. I love the way Jalen sat down so quickly and so quietly. She was not having any wiggles. Thank you so much, Jalen. Tell me the sound 3 times. Can you help me? 3 times. Wow. You are just doing so great. Good. Tell me the sentence. A says as in apple. A says stand. Tell me the sentence. O says as in ostrich. O says Stand and say this like a football player. I says as in inchworm.
I says
Have a seat. Say this one. You says
You say
stand and say this one like an elephant. Begin. E says as an elephant. E says And you may be seated. Oh, I like the way you obeyed quickly. We're going to do something today. I want to tell you about special papers. What am I going to talk to you about today? Special
paper.
Now, all of our papers are so very, very special. They're always going to let your on-site teachers, your teacher here know. They're going to let your family know what God has helped your brain to know. Now, on your paper, when we do these special papers that are extra special, you're always going to see a yellow box. It's there at the top. We're not going to write in it. We're not going to mark on it. We're not going to do anything with that box because these papers let us know that they're very, very special. It's going to let Mrs. Turner know what you know. That's why your eyes are going to stay on your paper. We learned in a Bible lesson about that little boy who forgot the answer on a special paper, and he looked at his friend's paper, and then he wrote down her answer. You see, that doesn't help Mrs. Turner know what you really know or what you don't know. Whenever we have papers that have a yellow box, we're not going to draw in it. I already told you, we're not going to mark on it. We're going to take our time. You're going to stay with me step by step, and your eyes will only look at your paper, not your friend's paper. They have to stay on your paper. Can your eyes look at your friend's paper? No, they can't, because I want to know what you know, not what your friend knows. This is going to be a special paper. We're going to do it together, step by step, but you're not going to call out answers. You're going to answer on your paper, not out loud, not with your lips. I have bubbles here. And I have these little bubbles. So if I had a little bubble and I needed to fill it in, would I do that? No, because that is not neat and it is not orderly. If I have a little bubble, Mrs. Turner's just going to fill it in as neatly as I can. Do you see there's a difference? There's a difference, and I want you to do this. I want you to give God your best by filling in those bubbles so neatly and so carefully. You have a job to do, and I want you to do your job the best you can. When I say prepare for your phonics paper, you're going to stand, go behind your chairs, and without talking, you're going to turn your chairs. Prepare for our phonics paper. Being dependable, doing what you know to do without being told. Doing, go quickly, what you know to do without being told. You're going to take your paper and you're going to pass it. You're going to make this a happy paper. It's going to be a happy paper. So take your paper and pass it. Let me help you just a little bit. Will you put your back on the back of your chair? Remember, we want our tummy all the way to the table. All right, let's pass these papers quickly. Jalen has a happy paper and I didn't tell her. Micah has a happy paper and I didn't tell him. I like the way if you have dots, you're slanting your paper on those dots. Now, are you sitting up tall? Because on this special paper, we want to give God our best. Pop. Pencil check. How do you hold your pencil? Tommy thumb and Peter pointer. Pinch it. It rests on Toby.
Tommy.
Now check your hand. It has a job to do. Make sure your hand that doesn't hold your pencil, that it will do its job. Listen carefully. The direction says, and we are at the top, so follow me. Listen. It says, fill in the bubble under the vowel sound in the picture name. Put your eyes here. We're going to the first picture. Listen. You're going to fill in the bubble under the vowel you hear. This is a tub. Fill in the vowel you hear in tub. Tub. I took a bath in the tub. Eyes. Move to this picture here. This is a can. Can. I have a can of tomatoes. Fill in the bubble under the vowel you hear in can. Can. Eyes. This picture right here is a clock. Listen, clock. Clock. Fill in the bubble of the vowel sound you hear in clock. The clock tells the time. Clock. Let's go to the last row. This first picture is a jet. Listen again. Jet. Fill in the bubble under the vowel sound you hear in jet. And let's go to the last circle. This is a crib. A baby will sleep in a crib. Listen, crib. Fill in the bubble under the vowel sound you hear in crib. Make sure your eyes, they're only on your paper because you have a job to do. Corn. Good. Corn meant that you were going to put your pencil down, and Safa did it. I didn't hear her pencil. It wasn't loud. It didn't make noises. She just listened. Look at your paper. Quietly turn your paper over to the back. And then put your eyes on your teacher. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to turn my paper to the back. For the remainder of our lesson, we're going to complete this paper. Listen to the directions. Circle the vowels. Circle the vowels. Stop. Tell me the name of the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. You will notice on your paper that you have capital vowels and little vowels. So first, you're going to take your pencil. We're going to do pencil work first. Pop. How do you hold that pencil? Tommy, thumb, and Peter, pointer. Pinch it. It rests on Toby, Tom, and. Now, as soon as you have finished circling all the capital vowels and all the little vowels, the next part says color the picture. When you have finished, you can take out your crayon box and color the picture. You may begin. Pencil work will be first, followed by coloring the picture. You're not going to draw lines, you're going to circle the vowels. In a different lesson, we talked about circling the vowels to make sure we were doing what we needed to do. Eyes. Look right here. This is little a. Do you see how I circled little a? I was careful. I didn't make zigzag lines around him. I didn't make wavy lines around him. I circled little a because it's a vowel and the direction said circle the vowels. Continue circling the vowels. I see on this paper capital I, little E, little O, capital A, capital O, capital E, little U. There are many vowels for you to circle on this paper, so make sure you do your job. And when you're finished, I'm going to trust that you're done with your pencil work. You put your pencil on your name tag and you can take out your crayon box. I see friends already. They're getting that crayon box out. They're ready to color their picture. I see a tree. I know the top of the tree. I'm going to color it purple. Even though it's my favorite color, I shouldn't color it purple. No, because that's not the way God made it. Usually it's green. Now, if you live up in north, maybe you see those leaves on the trees changing colors. Oh, it's so beautiful. When I was little and I lived up north, I loved seeing the leaves change colors. That was one of my favorite things because it was beautiful. Color your picture. How are you holding your crayon? Are you holding it the right way? Are you holding it by the squiggly line? Good, you can circle all of your vowels and then color your picture. Students watching, maybe you're already coloring. I see some of our friends that are coloring. They're taking their time. Their hand is at the top of their paper. How are you coloring? Up and down, side to side, in one direction. Let me help you hold it the right way. Good. Now just hold it down here and put this finger behind. I know, honey, and it's okay, but you got to let me help you. That's why I'm here. Mrs. Turner's here to help you. Kai, let me help you. Thank you. I'm glad you noticed that. I'll take care of it later. We all make mistakes. That's how we learn. So you'll know next time just to be a little bit more careful.
Okay.
Good, Kai. Remember, gentle with that crayon. Gentle. Okay, keep coloring. Boys and girls, I would like for you to stop for just a moment. So crayon rest, and I want you to look at Olivia's paper. Do you see how when she colored her tree, she colored it the way she would see it in God's creation? I have the green top, I've got the brown trunk, but then look here. She did all of her pencil work first. You see, she followed directions. She made sure that she circled all of those vowels and she colored. Michaela, let me borrow your paper. I want to show the friends your paper. Do you see how she colored the picture? She stayed inside of the lines. She colored it. I like the way you gave the bill and the webbed feet orange because that's the way you would see it in God's creation. For our students that are watching, your on-site teachers will collect this paper. They will look at it. It's a way for them to know exactly what you remember, what God has helped you to know. Take the rest of this time during our lesson and finish coloring your paper. Work hard, give God your best.